Hey people, Infantry here for every 3, Graesark Undercity, blue side, some Imperial Guard. First up is Saint Kelly with a Lord General. Fights in range, combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers. Can add to this retinue throughout the game, giving him more abilities, really strong defense and support, and a very fancy looking purple outfit over here. Alongside is Rags, a long time player. This guy took part in some of the earlier faction wars. Don't think I've ever seen them play Imperial Guard. Here rocking a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins with a refractor shield, can also shoot his own fellas in the head, which is delightful. Rounding off the team here is Kick with a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects. Very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Is the Blood Axes elite scheme with the caps. I don't know how they stay on their heads. Red team is Furax with a Hive Tyrant, very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support. Begins in melee combat with a basic synapse, I shall call you Franco. Alongside is Revs with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Some Blood Ravens is all kicking off here. Rounded off the teams is Warmasterant with a Farseer, support hero that fights in melee combat, powerful buffs, debuffs and control abilities. Big old 2v2 fight. Force Commander got stumped, might go down if it's not careful. Lord Commissar trying to finish him off, and he does go down. I think some stray lasguns got him. Banshees might finish off the sluggers. Yes, they do, I think. Yes, they do. Losses on both sides then. Tactical Marines getting away with 2 models. Looks like it's going to settle into an Eldar versus Imperial Guard fight. Lord Commissar already in their back lines. These Dire Avengers need to be careful, and Banshees will not want to approach this. Sentinel just waiting to stomp them there. I think the right choice, Warmaster backing off. Scouts have to run away. Some repairs there, maybe. Rags can inch forward. At least cap the contested points perhaps. Meanwhile, northeast, where the contested VP is, the Imperial Guard are victorious for now and are capping the contested points here. We have a natural in the west and a natural in the south. This is one of my maps, so it's obviously, you know, amazing. There's that Force Commander twitching now. Sluggers were replaced by Kick. I think it's generally a good idea to replace your starting squad if you lose it. Warrior Brood up for Furax. Start off as a power melee squad. Not sure what he's waiting for here. There we go, need to get moving, fella. Looks like maybe the Eldar are moving top. Got double tactical marines for Revs. I hear some Eldar fire. But where is it? I was over here. Chasing down a Sentinel. Do you have the ground pound? No. Behind some sandbags over there, the Imperial Guard, they do have their sergeants up. Makes them reinforce 2 at a time and gives them a couple of extra models to do some fighting, or at least try to. They're trying their best. Hormagaunt's capping that natural wreck point back. The Hive Tyrant trying to get around for a top flank here. Saint Kelly has spotted it, trying to head it off with the Sentinel. And now the Tyranids turn to engage. We've got a Barb Strangler up here on the Warrior Brood. Instant suppression, good damage. Really is a great weapon, this thing. That's why it's quite expensive. 25 power to get this thing on the field. Hits that shot. They can't escape from Franco, although they can shoot the crap out of him here. Sentinel gets way back. Yeah, lots of damage on the Hive Tyrant. Saint Kelly actually did a good job managing that for as long as they could. We do have a multi-laser turret up here. Most likely going to be salvaged. Or scrapped, or scuttled, whatever you want to say. Nope. He's keeping it in play. Trying to kill a Warrior Brood model, I think. Down it goes. It was actually straight up destroyed, I believe. I saw a red 15 red pop up there. Uh-oh. Aiming, what's that? Suppressing those Devastators. Helps get them off the field. The Warboss stomping around here. Force Commander is still down, incidentally. Warboss getting deep into enemy territory. Needs to stomp and run, I think. Uh-oh. Farseer did a special attack of her own, perfectly timed to knock him over, but he does get away. Spirit Stone's up for the Farseer here. AoE heal. And, does it give energy? Yeah, it gives energy to the Farseer. Oh, does it give energy to everything around her as well? I thought it was just a heal. That's a big old heal. Look at that. 175. I think it does cost 80 energy, or at least it used to. Uh-oh, scouts dropping. Sentinel has done well so far for the blue team. They did get decapped. Orks are on it. Orks should cap slower than everyone else, I think. Just too busy fighting each other. Formagors need to flee, I believe. There's a lot of las guns on them. They do get in on the Imperial Guard, but nothing really here to support them. Hive Tyrant Franco trying to get in there. And does. They were used as a decent distraction for this guy to get in. Oh, he used Psychic Scream. I'm just going to say, would be a good idea for this guy to get his warp field up for extra tankiness, but he goes for the Psychic Scream, debuffing everything's damage, even the Sentinel's damage there. Lord General gets the cap while being attacked by a 11-foot alien. Just shrugs it off. The Starships will do that. These tacks going for, they're going to find it noded though. Farseer just hanging out, she's now level 2. And St. Kelly going for a power bash. Maybe? Do we see any flamers on the way? No, we do see a Chimera on the way already. Warmaster did not get any shurikens up in tier 1. Maybe we'll see a heavy Wraith Guard tier 2. Loving some double Wraith Guard buffed by a Farseer. Meanwhile, Orks are suppressed. But there goes that Basilisk flare from the Lord Commissar shutting down the Devastators. Looks like they would have got around it anyway there. Stomp gets into a good approach by the blue team, but can they stay in this? Because the Sentinel's getting chopped up. Lord Commissar's now on them with a power sword. Warboss joining the fight kind of late. Does have a boss pole, which will buff those Imperial Guardsmen too. Dire Avengers got caught, but do get away. Banshee staying in very long here. Farseer went down, and it is a good approach by the blue team. Can they get all the way through to the power maybe? They are quite tough to bash, these ones towards the south, but the south and the east. Top one's much easier to bash. Fourth one is back to his feet, kind of aimlessly wandering around all by himself. What is he up to? Oh, he's in retreat here. Okay. But he still live. Lost the indicator for him. There's that Chimera. Allows it to reinforce and transport infantry. And a blob cap from the Tyranids. Tyrant guarding away for Furax, capping up these contested points. Meanwhile, we did see an attempt at a power bash. Maybe they'll get this generator down. Are they afraid of these grenades over here? They're trying to. Sentinel could perhaps finish it. Here comes the Lord Commissar. Now has stubbornness and is getting the carapace armor. Fully kitted out here in tier 2, and there it is. 379 to 406. Devastators need to get further forward than that if they're going to make an impact here. Whirlwind. Hello. Need to back away now, Mr. Rags. What is this? Oh, Hive Tyrant's gone mental. He's got his crushing claws out. Amazing damage versus all targets. 108 heavy melee DPS. Going after the Chimera, just taking chunks off it there. Sentinel tries to shoot missiles at him. Franco shrugs it off. Can it get on the rear armor as this thing backs away? Looks like it's being managed relatively well by Saint Kelly. Keeps facing forward. Keeps on shooting. I think the guardsmen should just shoot this guy. Yeah, they're not going to get the repairs. Turns to engage them. Special attack there. And is persuaded to leave. All alone there, Franco. Here's now a Tyrant guard. Very tough, but can be shot down by plasma guns and stuff. Maybe we'll see some from St. Kelly, who now has triple guardsmen up. Triple plasma would melt those warriors and do a hell of a lot of damage to the Tyrant guard too. I think Revs just lost their scouts. War Truck also falls, as you saw. The boys just pile out of it and start shooting stuff. Sluggers with their knob leader and burners are able to escape. We've got double Flamer Tactical Marines. I have seen this used quite well. To get on the power, obviously, it's really good, but when you're being tied up by melee heroes, it can be tough. Got no real way to control them now because of the Devastators opting to get a las cannon out. I guess it took care of the War Truck. Now what are they doing? Sentinel tried to take out the Whirlwind and goes down. Dark Creepers up here for Warmaster. A strange choice, perhaps, against Imperial Guard and Orks. You'd usually see those guys come out versus heavy armor. But they still do some damage and they still suppress on demand with their pinning fire. Tyrant Guard is still in play here. Franco's even come back. Where's the rest of the Tyranids? Are they running away? Gonna take down a Chimera. Sloppy play there from St. Kelly, I think. I believe he was too busy microing the Sentinel. Did not get that Chimera away from the melee Hive Tyrant, who now has bonded exoskeleton, so it's pretty damn tough if he wasn't already. 379 to 234. Getting pretty low though and needs to flee. Tyranids do have the northeast. Blue team looking quite dominant though in terms of getting map presence in the south and west. Have that VP. Here's those Dark Reapers now. Trying to pour some damage on the Lord Commissar. They do have their aspect for the Reaper. Whirlwind. Oh, when the shield goes down, he gets knocked over there. Force Commander with his Thunder Hammer and Teleporter disappears because he's going after some guardsmen. Poor bastards flee. Artificer Armor also up. Level 2. What do we got over here? Level 2 Hive Tyrant. Level 2 Farseer still down over there. Level 2 Lord General. Level 3 Lord Commissar. And a level 3 Warboss now with the spiky armor. Single cap for blue team. The Whirlwind did go down. Zap thrown out on the Tactical Marines from the weird boy here. But he's very isolated, needs to run away. Warboss just backing off here. And now some stick bombers. And they do have a quite ranged heavy build, these two players. So stick bombers could do some work. We've got some more scouts up for Revs. Tyrant Guard is healing. And Tyranids are swarming the northeast. Stormtroopers getting caught out. Dropping a model. Maybe they can push on. Nope. Gonna say maybe they can push onto the power. But there's a bunch of guardsmen here. Two of them with the Commissar squad leader up, now up to 12 models. Allows them to reinforce 3 at a time. And the Commissar himself, there you see him, is a decent combat unit. Can also stop their retreats, which is very, very handy. That's a Basilisk Creeping Barrage from Lord General. Tyranids are off. And here we see the Tyrant Guard and the Hive Tyrant. And that could be quite difficult for these guardsmen to deal with. Don't see any plasma guns here for St. Kelly. Goes tier 3. Wants those Lehman Russes. Meanwhile, southwest, red team starting to come out of base. And see a council up all of a sudden for Warmaster. Farseer can get these guys from the global bar without... I think it's with no power cost, isn't it? It's like 600 rec, 300 red or something. Pretty handy. Of course, an elite mod. All of the Eldar heroes can get them from the HQ. Wasn't a thing in retail. Only the Farseer could get them. Hive Tyrant chasing another Chimera, this time from Rags, who's keeping it moving, that's for sure. Uh-oh, stopped for a second. Why did you stop and let those fellas out? Gonna get it killed. Oh, warp field's gone up. No, that's the invulnerability from the bonded exoskeleton. This Chimera has 3 hit points. I guess he got them out because he wanted to shoot that guy. And down it went. And you're not going to revive the Hive Tyrant from there, so he's going to have to pay for him. Tier 3 for Furax. Red team all over now. The South VP. Warboss versus False Commander. Warboss does not have a weapon upgrade, so he's getting smacked around here. Weird Boy comes in and helps out and barely gets out. You're going to survive, Mr. Weird Boy? Nope. See a council jumping onto him. They have like power melee jumps. I believe they do power melee damage when they just jump on you. Pretty effective at chasing stuff. Those guys are just super cool. We've got stick bombers here in a pretty bad place. What are they up to? They're backing away. Red team have it. From one contested VP, from one natural VP, sorry, that seemed to be locked down pretty well, all the way to the other one. Pretty damn good counter-attack from the red team. Now with a las cannon in play, not really a whole lot for it to shoot at. I guess maybe it could catch the Chimera, or perhaps even a Sentinel. Grenade goes in on the Stormtroopers, setting up an assault from the Seer Council, just knocking everything over. Stick bombs flying in. Oh, those are the stun bombs from the stick bombers. Seer Council are dealt with. Didn't really have a lot of support going in after that grenade. They split a little bit there, didn't they, the red team? I think they should have stayed compact in this area. Took the full brunt of the Ork attack with the Imperial Guard, but they were being kind of flanked a little bit by some more Imperial Guard stuff over there. Decent grenade. Red team are forced off. Now, can the blue team get straight back onto that natural VP again? So double cap for the Reds. We do have a Fire Prism up for Warmaster. The Farseer can put her guide ability on this thing and make it insane. Give it like, what would it be? 79 range or something? With guide on it. Sentinel running away from Hive Tyrant. Might see it turn and engage these guys. There goes the Psychic Scream. What's he doing? There we go. Gets a good special in amongst them. And, oh, was that a friendly fire stun? That was. They did stun the Hive Tyrant though, at least. Invulnerability goes up. And he's getting stuck in. Onto the Lord General himself. You don't want that fight, sir. You don't want this fight. Gonna go down. But is the Hive Tyrant gonna get away? I wonder, was he revived? Yeah, the Farseer was here. Farseer must have revived him. And then went down. And Furax somehow gets away. There's me saying he was never gonna get revived. The Farseer proved me wrong. She might have run up and revived him with the Spirit Stones. Heal abilities will revive people, but it revives them obviously at not much hit points, and you don't get XP for it. Hello, Terminators. Power Fist straight on the Chimera. Does it get away? It does get away. Uh-oh, maybe not. They teleport after it. And then they lose out to Dawn of War 2 pathing. Would Terminators really get out of the way of a Chimera? I don't think they would. 253, 112. Now they're smacking their power fists against the Lehman Russ with 1200 hit points. Doing some work to it. You might want to move this thing, Rags. It does have an executioner. Look how much damage it took. Took a hell of a lot of damage there. Double stick bombers. Now the stuns are bad news for Terminators because they can't retreat out of them. So we could see these guys do some work. If they don't die immediately, they do die immediately. The curse of Indrid strikes. Terminators now backing off. They don't have their teleport available yet. Turn to engage the Lord Commissar, who's going to go down if he's not careful. Down he goes. Oh hey, another Lehman Russ gets dropped in by St. Kelly. And some sneaky Stormtroopers got in behind the Fire Prism. Nicely done by Rags. And that first Lehman Russ, oh, the first Lehman Russ did go down. Over there, look. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Maybe the Fire Prism got it. Or this Las Cannon, I suppose. Las Cannon is getting shots on this guy. But then shut down by the Flare. Reducing its range and sight radius by 50%. Warboss is pissed. Now has a Power Claw. He's done playing games. 1-to-1 cap here. Big VP lead for the blue team. Kasrakin are now on the way for Rags. And Kick is very, very depleted. Only has commandos on the field. Looted tank on the way. Red team might be able to mount a comeback here. It's not always easy to sense when one of your opponents is depleted in a team game because there's so much stuff going on. Chimera is still going for Rags, allowing all these guys to reinforce in the field. They have plasma guns up too, these fellas. Shooting down some Eldar. I believe Dark Creepers are heavy infantry too. What is this? Oh hey, it's a Carnifex with a Barbed Strangler. Terrifying thing. Boom, look at that. That took more than half of the hit points, I think, since it hit every model. Bam! Ouch! If that hit all the models, I think it would have straight up killed them there, that second shot. 232 to 67. Another nasty shot goes in. Hormagaunt's getting on them. Is this the original Hormagaunt brood? It is. Amazing. They're alive. Lord General gets revived. That's from when he was killed by Franco. Farseer is still down. Oh no, she's down over here now. How did he get over there? The Warboss go and get her? The Force One go and get her? 215 to 67. Warrior Brood getting into melee with someone who has power melee. Not a good idea, fellas. Carnifex drops. Furax way too aggressive there with the Carnifex and stuff. Not sure what. Were they going for a power bash or something? Not sure what they were trying to achieve. Maybe they were chasing a specific target, but the blue team hit back pretty hard there. Looted tank is up and already has reinforced plate in it. Now needs this thing to use its mega boom shot, I believe. It should say that in the tooltip, shouldn't it? Shooter boy's on the way now, trying to recover his kick. Should maybe just get some flash kits up or something. Has a bunch of red, so could drop a rocks. Furax also has enough to drop a nuke. Preemptive grenade there for some area denial. From the Castrican, I suppose, was it? There they are. Kind of hard to pick them out in a blob of stuff there. Whoa! That was a pretty effective big boom shot thing. Knocked back an entire army almost. Here's another fire prism. Can it use its maximum range to stay alive? It's got very little hit points, as you can see, but has insane range, like 60 range I think by default. There's guide on the Dire Avengers. We don't put it on the fire prism. Come on now. Terminators on the rear armor of a Leman Russ, but trying to get it with all the pathing, and they do get it. Power fists are pretty good, you guys. Assault cannon is up here. Another Carnifex for Furax and another Leman Russ for Rags. We've already seen 2 of them fall. Meanwhile, northeast, Hive Tyrant using his powers of invulnerability is trying to cap, and looks like gonna do it. They stopped shooting it because, you know, invulnerable. 183 to 50. Red team with a 2-to-1. What is this? Oh, some sneaky commandos waiting for this stuff to leave, I think, so they can cap. But Revs is looking after it, and he has to because they only have 50 VPs. Terminator's just waltzing through mines, not really caring. Are they going to melee this Chimera? Nope. Instead, they shoot up some guardsmen. Force One getting in with the Thunderhammer. Some of them got inside the Chimera. These guys could not. They were on the floor. Oh, hey. They got in there. Just the Commissar walked up to the Chimera and they all got in. Carnifex is stuck in melee. It's a very brave Commissar. Barb Strangler getting some shots. These Tyranids are getting flanked pretty badly though. Caught out of position there, Furax. And that might leave his team vulnerable here to a counter push. Imperial Guard get out to fight. Gonna stand their ground. Leman Russ doing disgusting things to those Eldar. Holy crap. See a council trying to fight it, but they only have power melee. Big push through here by the Reds. Carnifex is still in play. What is that? It's another Leman Russ. St. Kelly called one in. Flash gets on the way for kick. Not really seen much else come out from Revs and Warmaster in tier 3, have we? The Terminators, a couple of fire prisms. I guess there were 2 fire prisms, weren't there, that went down. And that Seer Council, which has done quite well. Look how much resources Revs had. They can't afford a tank. They could afford like a 3-man tactical marine squad, I think. No, I don't think. I think they're 18, aren't they? Yeah, they can't really have. They don't really have the population to get anything out.
The victory point is slipping away.
Carnifex stands its ground against a tank. Gonna eat some shots. That's kind of getting in there, and that Basilisk Flare again. Tyranids need to back away. Just invited into death. And there's a big old retreat again. Brood Nest is up here. And Franco joins the fight. Level 4. 136 to 21. Is this some stuff going after the blue team's natural? Maybe it was, but there's a tank now. Meanwhile, back in the northeast. Blue team take it. It's going to be a 2-1 against the red team. And there's GG, says Revs. Thinks it's over, and it might be. Because blue team are pushing through. I don't think red team can get back on this in time. Oh, maybe they can. There's a webway gate. There is a webway gate. If you have a webway, you have a chance. Another Carnifex on the way for Furax. But it's not going to come out in time with the way things are looking. Terminator is trying to get a decap here. And some more Terminators coming in. This time the Assault Terminator variety. And they do get the decap. Rocks came a bit late there from Kick. It does knock them off the cap, but not before they decapped it. Blue team are holding the northeast. Red team down to 4 VPs. Thunderhammer doing its thing. A level 7 Force Commander here. Assault Terminators of those Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Tough as hell and can damage anything. They're seeing off the Orks. I don't want them anywhere near the VP. And the Terminators got up and finished the cap. 2-1 for red. It's not over yet. Tyranids moving back into the northeast. Seer Council there, taking out a Lehman Russ somehow. There's a Tyrant formation. Hits pretty well. Can they follow it up though? Not sure if they can. Don't think they can. That tank in their midst. Some more Eldar joining the fray. Can you toss some grenades in there, fellas? There we go. There's one. There's another. But I think they're still going to be seen off here. Chimera means these guys can reinforce very quickly. So level 3 Chimera. Uh-oh, Eldritch. That turned some guardsmen into just redness. How did you guys get away? Level 4 guardsmen. Well done, fellas. Chimera also got out, and the Lehman Russ too. This guy's going for the cap. Hive Tyrant is there. Just waiting. And gets the decap. Nicely done. Carnifex now trying to force melee on this tank, I think. Should have just shot it, I believe. Barb Stringer does do decent damage to vehicles from the Carnifex. Meanwhile, in the south, what is going on? Lord Commissar might die on retreat here, and does. That's a level 7 Commissar too. These Terminators standing in fire, trying to hold. Here comes a Knob Squad. Very low. They're going to die. They do die. He was trying to wait for the Knob Leader to come in, but they just got taken out. There's the remains of the tank. These Assault Terminators have been absolutely terrorizing the Orks down here. Double cap for red. They're still in this. What a late game showing. They've taken the northeast. Franco, I believe, got the cap up there. There's a creeping barrage. Nicely hit one. Furax being caught in bad positions a few times here. 2-1 for red. Holding on. Franco goes after the rear arm of the tank. Eating some Carnifex shots too. See Council jumping on it. Here's Guardsman trying to get his point back. Meanwhile, south is blue. Double Flamers doing their thing. Or at least trying to. Level 3 Castrican actually standing up to those Flamers pretty well. Terminators though get on the cap. Should be using attacks maybe for the faster capping. 12-4, 1-1 cap. Another Carnifex on the way. And another Knob Squad on the way. What is this? A Wraith Lord? Okay then. It is indeed a Wraith Lord. Right Lance. Trying to take out that Chimera. Red team take it. Red team take it. I thought this was all over. Wow, they had a double cap at the end. What a late game rush. Yeah, Kick needed some help. And couldn't quite get it. Rags was trying to split between both of the VPs. And couldn't really help either quite enough. Just march of the Carnifexes. Carnifex after Carnifex. Furax got caught a few times, but always came back. Revs finished very strongly with those 2 Terminators. Did so much heavy lifting down here. Farseer got to level 4. Had no other war gear. Level 10 Force Commander. Did have the Power Fist at the end. Level 4 Hive Tyrant. The level 3 Lord General. Lord Commissar was 7 and down. And Warboss was 5 and down. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.